This is Keith Boggs of Stonebriar Property Inspections. This is the inspection debrief for 6412 Viejo Street in McKinney. I've got about 120 pictures taken and a couple videos. We reviewed the stuff earlier, but I had to re-record this because something happened with the recording. But just like I said, not every one of these pictures will be in the report, just the items we want the builder to take action on. But I'm going to go ahead and review everything again right now. First picture you see here popping up is a picture of the front of the house. Again, that's just for the title page of the report, nothing necessarily wrong. This is the water meter, and it looks like the water meter and shut-off valve is buried underneath the water and underneath dirt is what it appears like to me. Because normally if it's just water, you can see it. The meter in there, I didn't see it, so can't test for supply leaks and verified drip irrigation. This is just the location of the meter. This is when I first went up on the roof, the torn shingle at the valley in the back there. You've got several areas where the ridge shingles are cracking, and they should not be cracking, so they need to fix that torn shingle, and they need to go and put sealant along these cracks on the ridge shingles. Those first pictures were taken right here. This is some heavy foot traffic. It's actually worn out the granules, so that's going to be more subject to ultraviolet deterioration. So really need to replace these shingles here. That's at the back of the house also, right back here. This looks like hail damage to me here. So quite a few locations have got hail damage, so we want to get somebody out there just to verify what's going on. This will extremely accelerate the aging of the roof. So we want to have somebody evaluate that. Again, this is more, looks like hail to me. Same thing here. Same thing here. And same thing here. That's over there by the chimney stack. This is more of the same. More of the same. More of the same. Again, some more shingles that are cracking, need to be sealed up or replaced. That's just at the looks like the front of the house there. This is the video that we watched earlier. It's about a minute and a half. I'll go ahead and play it so we have it for this recording. This is just one of your coach lights, but they both need caulking around the perimeter to keep moisture from getting behind there. This one happens to be here, but both of them need caulking around the perimeter. These are your two condensers. Again, this stuff will not be in the reports, really just for my use, manufacturer's label. But again, it will be in this recording. This is a video showing the second condenser that was actually running when I turned in the air, and you'll see the first one that was not running, but eventually came on after about an hour. So that will be in the report, because it shouldn't take an hour for that to come on. So you can see it's off. we talked about this. This needs sealant around this flashing, AC flashing, and also around the perimeter and down here by the veneer. We don't want to get any wind-driven rains getting behind there. This is also an area where the electricity is going into the wall, and the veneer needs to be sealed up better. And both those areas are right here behind the condensers. This is your water heater, and the water heater, as you know, did not work very well. It wasn't heating very well at some locations, so we'll be putting that in the report. Water pressure of the house is at 50, which is within the range, 40 to 80. Of course, it'd be preferably better to get it near 80, because as the neighborhood gets built out, that pressure is going to drop down closer to 40 and maybe below that until they put a new tower in. This is an area of soffit that needs to be sealed up or repaired. That's big enough for a small rodent or a bird or bugs to get in. So right there, they need to fix that. This is a missing weep hole at a window. That's over on the side of the house right here. This is a vent hood that needs to be painted to protect from rusting. It's located right up there. Again, this is just for me. There's 10 stations. And these are the stations. The last station is the bubbler for the tree. I did not hear it or see it. Since we can't look into the meter hole and look at the low flow indicator, we don't know if that was working. So that's something needed to research to make sure that that's working. That stands for the tree bubblers. This is a video of testing the garage door opener, the pressure test, reverse test, and electronic eye test. Garage door worked properly. Again, these next pictures are just reminding me to tell you to lubricate the wheels and the tracks of the garage door opener, the door. This is the first thermal look at the panel box. There'll be two more. The panel box ended up looking okay. This is just checking the water pressure and the supply at the hot and cold in the utility room. That actually needs to be spun around. There we go. This is a window at the front office. It appears to be failed. It's not dirty. I checked the inside and outside, so that window appears to need to be replaced. That's just showing the window at the front office, top window. Bunch of windows throughout the house are very hard to open up. We've got several windows that are cracked. Could be because they're so tight. So they need a service into windows. Those are two windows on the dining room, and again, there's more throughout the house. These pictures will not be in the report. Again, it was just to show you what was working and what wasn't working. This is the microwave manufacturer's label. This is me showing the microwave does work. Heating. This is the oven. It was set to 350. It only heated to about 310, so it's not within the range, which is 325 to 375. So that needs to be adjusted. These are loose outlets at the kitchen splash wall. So you got one there by the cooktop and one left of that one. Both of those need to be tightened up. They're loose. This is showing the cooktop, and it did work fine. Just spinning it around here. This is a missing cover at the refrigerator. So we need to get a cover put on that. This is the dishwasher. This is the first test of the dishwasher. That's a manufacturer's label, so again, that won't be in the report. This is the kitchen sink fixture, which was very loose. That needs to be tightened up. That won't get any tighter over time when they get looser. This picture's here to remind me to tell you that I fill up both the sinks and pulled the drains at the same time, and there were no leaks into the sink. And then this is me taking the heat readings at the kitchen sink, and I took one in the master tub, which was not getting very hot. It's set to 120, so it should be getting close to 120. This is more windows that are stuck in place. And again, I'll just make a blanket statement that all windows need to be serviced, lubricated, and adjusted. There's two windows in the master. This is the spout at the master tub, which is loose. It needs to be tightened up. This is the reading of the hot water in the tub, and you can see it's 85, which is very poor. Toilet water was turned off, and somebody had left some feces in it. So it's kind of smelling in the house. Then this is showing that the fireplace does work. This is the cracked window at that side bedroom that needs to be replaced. Again, that could be because the windows are tight inside their framing. That's just showing that the same window also is tight. This is the dryer vent. It's lacking a little red sticker here that says the diameter and the length determination. That sticker is required. This is a second look at the panel box, and again, it looks fine. There's another cracked window upstairs at the second floor. Again, that needs to be replaced. And then the plastic trim there needs to be pushed back in place. That's just the window. This is for me, insulation depth. This is your first air handler, which is the west one. You do have a 4-inch option for a 4-inch filter. They have a 1-inch there, so I would go with the 4-inch. You don't have to change it but once or twice a year. Both condensers lack condensate switches or float switches, either one. City may not require that, but if the builder won't do it, it's something you should do because it will protect your house. I put a condensate switch on each one of these primaries at both air handlers, and that will definitely protect the house from any kind of flooding. This is the AC differential at that first west unit. We have 56, 71, which is 15 degrees. That's the very low end of the differential. It was only about 65 degrees outside, so with a new unit, that really should be operating closer to 20 degrees, 18, 19, 20, like the other unit, the east unit. This is the east unit. We've got a 49. Oh, also, we talked about this. The gas is in the way of the door, so you can't put a 4-inch in the other east unit because you can't get the door open far enough. So they're going to have to move that gas line a little bit. So we had 49 and 67, so it's 18 degrees. That's performing much better. And again, no condensate switch or float switch. This is the missing shower head, second floor bathroom. This bathroom right there, Jack and Jill. This is a third look at the panel box, and again, it looks fine. This looks like missing insulation. You can see it in both the bathroom and the main living area, right around there. So it's either missing or insufficient. Something's going on. This is the other side, and the bathroom there. You can see that looks like a whole piece of batt insulation is missing. It's an interior wall, so they may not do anything about it. That's another issue, but we'll put it in the report. This is at the second floor meeting room, and again, this looks like insufficient or missing batt insulation. That's right in that corner there. This is heating at the first floor, and it heated fine. This is heating at the second floor, which was fine. And then I've got some other pics here I got to grab that we took at the end here. Of the veneer, and this is to show. I'll put in the report that the mortar appears to be 2 different colors on the front of the house. I'll make it a cosmetic issue, but it's the front of the house, so it's something you may want to have them either pressure clean it or see what they can do to repair that. But that's the last thing. If you have any questions, contact me 7 days a week. It's always best to text me first. I'll get back with you much quicker, and then email a second, and then try to avoid leaving me voicemails because those could be days before I get back with you. So best just text or email. So I'll be downloading this to YouTube here later, and I'll be starting on your report.